Namaskar. So let's start our journey. Close your eyes, back straight, and check your breathing. Check your breathing length. See what you feel after gratitude practice. Let's start Om. Deep inhale. Om. 2 more times. Deep inhale. Om. Deep inhale. Om. So I'm so thankful everybody doing your practice gratefully. I'm so happy. Everyone is so happy. I love you. Everyone loves me. Thank you. So slowly open your eyes and our next session, Tina will explain you. Hi, Tina.
Yeah, I think you can hear me now. Thank you, Geeta Ben. Thank you, everyone, for. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. Thank you. Thank you for this beautiful day. Thank you, Geeta Ben, for Divine Start. So today we are doing chapter 7, The Magical Way Out of Negativity. A thankful person is thankful under all the circumstances, right? कृतज्ञ व्यक्ति हर परिस्थिति में कृतज्ञ रहता है. How this quote is very, very meaningful. And, a positive person always stays positive in any situation. Whether it's a relationship in turmoil, financial pressure, a lack of health, or problem in a job, negative situations arise because of lack of gratitude over a long period of time. If we are not grateful for each things in our life, we are unintentionally taking those things for granted. Taking things for granted is a major cause of negativity because when we take things for granted, we are not giving thanks in return and we stop the magic happening in our life. Just as giving thanks to others, we will always lead to our life magically increasing. So must taking things for granted always lead to our life decreases, right? So very simple things. Here author is trying to say that, we could have turmoil, situations in our life where it could be finance, pressure, job, health, right? Negative situations might come in life, so we attract these things. Even if it happens, right, we should always find things that we are grateful for. Are we grateful to be alive each day, or do you take your life for granted, right? Like so many people, in a day we hear they're dying in the sleep, right? They never see a morning. So many people in the world, every day we hear accidents happen, unplanned or certain things happen, right? And people lose lives. So today, all of us should be really grateful for this moment, for this day, that we are learning something amazing, right? We're learning how to be grateful for. And, like, instead of sitting here, we could be somewhere else right now. But we are so really blessed that we are here today. So we must thank this moment. If you're complaining about weather, the traffic, your boss, your spouse, your family, a friend, or stranger, waiting in line, bills, economy, the cost of something, or the service of company, you are not being grateful, and you are pushing your dream life further away with every complaint. So we really need to think that, and we all do. If it's snowing, we say, oh, there is so much snow. If it's raining, we're like, it's raining too much. If it's hot, we say, oh, it's too hot, right? So we have been wired like that. We always look for things that we can complain for. If we have to stand in line, right? Like somebody at work who's bothering you, a friend, a stranger, so many things in a day, we don't even realize that we are complaining. So this is what it is, that when you're complaining, you're only harming yourself. You're pushing that dream life away from you. All right. Here, first, as difficult as it can be, you have to look for things to be grateful for in a negative situation. No matter how bad things are, you can always find something to be grateful for, especially when you know that your gratitude would magically transform every negative circumstances. Walt Disney, who knew about the true magic of life, showed us how to do this in the movie called Pollyanna. So Walt Disney, we all know Disney, right? He knew this magic, and he has made this amazing movie called Pollyanna, and I will share it with you, all of you. So when you get time, I do strongly recommend watch that movie. You will get a lot of value from it. And in that movie, that little girl, 11 years old girl, she plays a game called a glad game, right? She always finds the things she's very glad about. And Gautama Buddha also said, let us rise up and be thankful for it. For it, we didn't learn a lot today. At least we learned a little, right? And if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. And if we got sick, at least we didn't die. So let us all be thankful, right? In a simple word, how he's saying a very deep quote here, that, we woke up today, let's be grateful for. We're learning today, could not be so much, but at least we are learning, right? If you're sick, you're only sick, you're not dead, right? So when you think about, what is there for me to think positive, you will find a lot of things to be grateful for. And I do suggest you really read this chapter today, because in this chapter author is giving you a lot of good examples and practices. So we will not cover all those today because they're really long and we have to cover 4 chapters today. So we will quickly go to, you know it remember, you can tell your gratitude is working by the way you feel. Let's say we are all practicing this gratitude for last 6 days. Today is day 7, right? And I'm sure if you felt a little bit different day by day, please raise your hand. Like, are you happier? Like, are you really thinking of things that are great, you're really grateful for, right? So when you will continue practicing, you will go deeper, and by day 28, you will feel amazing. So very simple exercise, what author is saying here is that in making your written list, make sure you list each 10 things that you're grateful for in following ways. So, you know, I'll find out one situation in life that we all go through situations. Find out one situation in life where you think it was, very bad thing happened in your life, right? Very, really bad. And find that situation and write 10 things about what is good in that situation. And when you will write it down, that situation will not look like negative, and you will be like, wow, that happened for my goodness, right? So very personal, a very personal situation I will share with you all today. That as I mentioned many times, I've been practicing gratitude for last 2 years, right? And last October 17th, um, something happened that changed my life too, right? And my husband, he was going to work, and I always I always say a lot of gratitude for my car. And he left from home, and within 5 minutes he called and said, "Oh, I have an accident, like I'm in the accident." So I'm like, "Okay, are you okay?" So I go there, and I see it was a really big accident, like all the airbags are opened, and he was driving in green and somebody hit him in the red, right? So I go there, and if I didn't practice gratitude, my first thought, I would cry, or I would complain about a lot of things, like, oh, people don't know how to drive. And but I was grateful that he called me, right? No one else called, like police didn't call me, or I didn't get a call from strangers, so he called me. I was thankful for that, right? He messaged, the car had a system in there that police was called automatically. His phone fell in the car, and I was grateful for my car. I was grateful for my car that it saved life, right? All of other people who were involved in accident, none of them got injured because there was not a lot of traffic, right? When I started, then we came home, and I'm like, why did this happen? I always say gratitude for my car, right? You think. And then I started writing, what are 10 things I need to find. Then when I wrote, I found out that it's not a big deal. It can happen, right? So I was grateful for the insurance company who was, he was going to pay for my next car. I was grateful for police. I was grateful for the doctor who was, helping him with the work form and everything. I was grateful for, that whole situation was, it was challenging, but we came out of it. I was grateful that we didn't have to rush to hospital because he was okay, so we visited doctor after a few hours. So when I wrote all those things, I was fine. Then if somebody called me and they're like, oh, you had just bought a car and how bad it is, and I would greatly tell them, no, I'm really grateful that my car saved my husband's life, right? And I think Geeta Ben also called me, and I told her the same thing, that no, Geeta Ben, I'm not worried at all. I practice gratitude, and I have total faith in it, that this is also happened for some good reason. And after that, me and Geeta started about gratitude, and today we are sitting here doing this magic, right? So out of that negative situation, this magic happened, right? And we got the new car within few weeks, and we bought a latest version. And we also went to USA for a trip. My husband drove for 10 hours, and I was grateful that he was able to do all that. Like, there was no injury, he was safe, right? So in your life too, if you think about that situation, write it, you will find one, right? And you can turn your negative situation into positivity. So this is amazing chapter. I would highly suggest you guys read it, right? So the practice is, count your 10 blessings, your magic rock. And for tomorrow, day 7, your practice is not to say anything negative, right? Tomorrow's practice, you only speak positive things. And when you stop your mind, when you feel like I'm going to say something, turn it and say, well, what am I grateful for, right? So tomorrow's practice is very simple, but see, it's very hard practice, because when you're talking, you don't realize you're just saying things. So it's a very simple exercise. And find that one situation, write 10 things, and the end of the practice, write thank you, thank you, thank you 3 times, right? So here is our chapter 7. Now I will give it to Dhruvi for chapter 8, the magic ingredient. Thank you, Dhruvi.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Tina.
You're welcome.
So I will be discussing day 8, the magic ingredient. I want you to think about your favorite recipe. What type of ingredients do you put in your favorite recipes? So there's a recipe in this book for vegetable biryani, we tend to look at our recipe books when we want to cook something exciting, something new, right? To make this delicious dish, what kind of ingredients do you need? You need green lentils, olive oil, onion, carrot, garlic, curry paste, salt, pepper, of course, cauliflower, basmati rice, raisins, vegetable broth, green peas, and sliced almonds for the extra touch. And that makes a delicious vegetable biryani served with a side of some yogurt. So anything we do, for example, related to cooking, has a magic ingredient. When we cook, we like to add our own touch to it. Because the same recipe, when I make this and I follow this versus when someone else makes it, it's going to taste different. And why is that? Ever wondered that? Because there's some science behind that. And that's what we're going to look into today. Day 8, magical ingredient. A thankful heart hath a continual feast, says a journalist and a businessman. Giving thanks for food before you eat is a tradition that has been followed for thousands of years, dating back to even ancient Egyptians. With the fast pace of life in 21st century, taking the time to give thanks for a meal has been left out. We don't practice gratitude before eating our food. But using the simple act of eating and drinking as an opportunity to be grateful will increase the magic in your life exponentially. So just think about a time, when you didn't get time to eat your food, you feel really hungry, you can't think or function normally. You feel weak or you start to tremble, you get confused, angry, also termed hangry, and your feelings just plummet. And once you eat, then you can finally make your good decisions. So your food has so much impact on your mind state, your decision capacity. All of this can happen after not eating for just a few hours. You need food to live, to think, and to feel good, so that there's a great deal to be grateful for about food. To feel even more gratitude for food, take a moment to think about all the people who contributed to you having the food to eat. So, for example, the person who cooks the food for you, the person who brings the ingredient foods for you. For you to even eat fresh fruit and vegetables, they had to be grown somewhere. Florida oranges, maybe Moroccan oranges. They're traveling in the airplane, bringing it all the way to Canada in this cold. We don't grow oranges. So the people who watered the plants, the pesticide, the herbicide, like everything, that effort that went into growing this one fruit so that you can eat it. There's pickers, packers, distributors, transporters, name it all. Every fruit and vegetable is delivered fresh to you. Even the fridge that is used, the cooling systems that are used in the trucks to make sure the food stays fresh. Nitrogen dioxide as well. So not only fruit, but also think about the meat growers, fishermen, dairy farmers, coffee and tea growers, all the packaged food companies who work tirelessly to produce the food we eat. So not only the fresh food, but also packaged food that they have to put it into a box, wrap it up with plastic, wrap it up with paper, and all the people who work in the manufacturing industry who make sure the food gets pasteurized and it's safe enough to put it into a box so that it can have a shelf life. And that way we can increase the availability of food and accessibility of your food. So the whole world's food production is like a whole dance. It's breathtaking orchestration that takes place every day, and it's unfathomable, and it works When you think about the number of people involved in maintaining the world's food and drink supplies, to stores, restaurant, supermarket, cafe, airplane, school, hospital, at every home on the planet, food is everywhere. And this is why food is a gift. It's a gift of nature because there would be nothing for us to eat if nature didn't supply us the soil, nutrients, and water to grow this food. Without water, there would be no food, no vegetable, animals, or human life. We need water, hydration. Dehydration can be critical. We use water to cook our meal, wash our meals, grow our food, maintain our gardens, supply our bathroom. We use water everywhere, every vehicle, everything movement, hospitals, fueling, mining industries, even artificial intelligence, those the digital system, the back-end work. You need water as a coolant to keep these artificial intelligence digital systems working, functioning. So water is everywhere. Water keeps our bodies alive. Water, 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 glorious water. And there's a saying, water, water everywhere, not a single drop to drink. And that's because majority of the water on our planet Earth is salty water. And we only have a limited amount of fresh water. And off that fresh water, we're using so many things to keep all these billions of human beings and plants and animals. All of them are sharing this to be alive. So if you just think about it, just zoom out. If there is magic on this planet, it is contained in water. Where would we be without food and water? We simply wouldn't be here. None of our family, friends, nobody would be here, right? And that's why you need to cultivate this enthusiasm for your food, your water. And to say the simple magic words, thank you, before you eat or drink anything is an act of recognition and gratitude for the miracle of food and water. The incredible thing is that when you're grateful for your food and water, it doesn't just affect your life. Your gratitude also impacts the world's food supply. There's abundance of food on planet Earth, but it's just about the distribution. Some people have more, whereas some people are struggling to find food to eat. But food is there. It's just about the distribution is not being able to be justified everywhere. So if enough people feel gratitude for food and water, it will be like a radiant effect. It will help people who are starving and in great need be able to spread that, and they would also be able to increase their access to food and water. So this is because of the law of attraction. And Newton's law of attraction and reaction says the action of mass gratitude must produce an equal mass reaction, which would change the circumstance of scarcity of food and water for everyone on the planet. And the other thing is your gratitude for food and water keeps the magic continuing in your life. It will weave its golden, glorious thread through everything that is dear to you, everything you love, and everything you're dreaming of. You know, when you're grateful before you eat your food, you're able to absorb the nutrients of that food much, much more better. And this has been shown in science because when you're more relaxed, the shape of your stomach changes for the same food, and that increases your digestive juices, increases your digestive capacity, your ability to absorb the nutrients from the food, and which makes you stronger. And when you're stronger, you'll have better mood, better vitals, better health, and then that cascade, better health, you can help others, you have a good impact in your community. So it starts small, but it has a huge cascading effect. Now, this is not something new. In ancient times, people believed that when they blessed their food and water with gratitude, it purified whatever they were blessing. And when you look at the theories and discoveries of quantum physics, the observer effect, the ancients were right. The observer effect in quantum physics refers to the change that the act of observation makes on whatever is being observed. Imagine if focusing on gratitude on your food and drinks changed their energy structure and purified them so that everything you consume had the ultimate effect of well-being on your body. There's you probably heard me say before in our classes, the where the attention goes is where the energy flows. So if you're about to eat this piece of orange, if you're not looking at it, you're not giving your body the signal, because when you look at the food, when you're really excited about something that looks tasty, when you look at it, you start salivating. That's a natural response. But at the same time, when you start feeling gratitude for it, you boost that response, you increase your capacity, you're giving that signal to your body, it's time to come into that relaxed mode so that you can digest the nutrients, gain that strength, and go on about your day with confidence. So, I really urge you to read this chapter. It has a lot of meaningful information that's going to inspire you. But in short, the main point is before you eat or drink anything on day 8, whether you're about to eat a meal, piece of fruit, snack, or have anything to drink, including water, which should be in reusable water, not plastic bottles. Take a moment to look at what you're about to eat or drink, and in your mind, say the magic words, "Thank you for the food I'm about to eat," or "Thank you for the food I have been given." Or even you can say, "Thank you for everyone, all the energy that has been put into this food so that I can have this food or water." If you can, just take one mouthful, really savoring it. It will not really only increase your enjoyment, it will also help you feel far more grateful. So whenever you're eating something, really enjoy it, savor it. That's the key. And you also want to remember how taste is such a temporary thing. A lot of people, when we had COVID, we lost our sense of taste and smell. So this is an important message, because just because something doesn't taste good, that doesn't mean it's not good for you. Our taste and sense receptor can sometimes be biased based on our just beliefs that we have cultivated that don't have really strong basis. So it's okay to try a new taste and be more accepting, because we want to cultivate this quality of acceptance when we eat something. So eat maybe little, the other day eat a little bit more, but use that to be more diverse in your taste buds. And anything green is always good. Okay, so basically, day 8, simple thing. First practice is in the morning, count your blessings, write down your 10 blessings, say thank you, thank you, thank you, feel as much grateful as you can for those blessings. Then second is throughout the day, before you eat or anything, in your mind or out loud, you can say the magic words, "Thank you." And there's also, if you want, you can sprinkle your food with magic dust. And what is magic dust? We will discuss later on today, but it's just the concept of these positive vibration that you put before eating or drinking anything. And then at night on day 8, magic rock practice. So hold your magic rock in your hand, say the magic words, "Thank you for the best thing that happened during the day." Being grateful for the simple things in life, like food and water, is one of the deepest expressions of gratitude. And when you can feel that degree of gratitude, you will see the magic happen. And I want to take this small moment to kind of just expand on this. Food is the solution. I want to think about just really show you like what science says on there's so much energy that goes into growing food. Now, this chart shows how climate friendly is your food because it takes water to grow tomato. It takes energy, right? Heat. Sometimes these tomatoes are grown in greenhouses. It takes electricity to warm up the environment. There's a lot that goes in, and each of that has a greenhouse gas impact, emissions related to it. So vegetarian food has the lowest impact, and then if as you go up the chain, eggs, poultry, salmon, cheese, beef, all that has a higher emission impact. And they say if every American skipped one meal of chicken per week and substituted vegetables and grains, for example, the carbon dioxide savings would be the same as taking more than 500,000 cars off US roads. Imagine how much cleaner our airs would be if we just change the way we eat and change the way we perceive our food. And there's that for that. And I just want to show you on day 8, when you're having your fruit, for example, if you're having this Moroccan orange, think about how far this orange traveled so that Freshco can sell it. And then I could buy it and I could bring it home. That's also more travel. That's also more greenhouse gas emissions. And then I'm using my previously stored energy to peel this orange, and look how beautifully packed it is. Just appreciate Mother's nature. Like there's this hydrophobic packaging, it's so natural. Then there's this inside packaging, which is much softer. And then there's the whole orange, which is so beautifully and cutely packed. It's like all cuddled up together, right? That is amazing too. It's like that's how nature has made it. And when you open this and you actually take that one piece and even look inside, there's so much water in here. That packaging is so beautiful. There's so much water in here, and this pulp is where a lot of nutrients is. And then the skin of the orange is where a lot of the oil is. So yeah, you probably gotten those diffuser oils where you get those orange oil extract. This is the skin that's been used to get the orange oil. So one orange, lots of multiple uses. Even that oil is used in like creams and stuff. So I wanted to just take that time to cultivate this amazement, amusement, and excitement for just something simple as orange. And when you do that, you're changing yourself from negative to positive emotion, coming into the gratitude, coming into the high vibration mode. And that's how you're flipping and training your brain to become more positive and vibrant. So now I will pass on to Geeta for day 9. Thank you.
Thank you, Dhruvi. बहुत अच्छा, excellent. मजा आ गया. अब खाने को ऑरेंज खाने का मन करेगा.
Yes.
With the gratitude.
And always on day 8, remember, before drinking anything, you have to do cheers. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Okay. No more?
No more.
Okay. So, day 9, the money magnet. You know, आप हमारे हेल्थ के बाद कौन सा इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग है? मनी, राइट? सो इधर बुक्स में भी अगर जिन्होंने बुक्स बाय की है उनको भी पता होगा ये जो पैसों की ना बारिश हो रही है ना। तो जब हम ग्रेटिट्यूड करेंगे ना, हाँ, ग्रेटिट्यूड करेंगे, पैसों की बारिश होएगी। सो दे लिखा है, इट इज ओनली विद द ग्रेटिट्यूड दैट लाइफ बिकम रिच। हमें ग्रेटिट्यूड करने से ही हम रिच हो जाएंगे, ठीक है। ओके, ग्रेटिट्यूड इज द रिच एंड कंप्लेन इज पॉवर्टी। इट इज द गोल्डन रूल ऑफ योर होल लाइफ, वेदर इट इज योर हेल्थ, जॉब, रिलेशनशिप और मनी। ये गोल्डन रूल है ग्रेटिट्यूड। अगर हमने कंप्लेन की तो पॉवर्टी, ये चाहे अपना ले लो, हेल्थ ले लो, जॉब ले लो, रिलेशनशिप लो या मनी लो, सब में एक ही रूल्स काम करता है। Today's magical practice turn on the biggest reason people complain about the money. We always we complain about the money. You will be replacing to complain which makes you poor with the gratitude which magically bring you rich. Most people wouldn't think they complain about the money, but if there is a lack of money in their life, they are complaining without realizing. Complaining happen through people, thoughts, as well as their words. Most people aren't aware of the many thoughts in their head. Any complaining, negative, jealousy, worry, thought, or words about money are literally creating poverty. And of course, the biggest complaint comes when money has to be paid out. So, हमें पता भी नहीं होता है कि हम कब पैसे के लिए कंप्लेन मोड में चले जाते हैं। जैसे एक मैं और ध्रुवी अभी नॉर्फिल गए थे लास्ट वीक, वहां पे कुछ कैंटलोप के कुछ था, $7 पाउंड, राइट। पहले वो $1-2 पाउंड में मिलता था। सो राइट अवे मैंने ध्रुवी को, ओ इट्स वेरी एक्सपेंसिव। सो मुझे मुझे तो पता भी नहीं कि मैं कंप्लेन कर लूं। सो ऐसे हम बहुत सारी, अगर हम देखेंगे ना अपने आप को, छोटी छोटी बहुत सारी हम कंप्लेन करते हैं अबाउट द मनी। इफ यू कंप्लेन अबाउट योर बिल्स, देन what you are really doing is complaining about money, and complaining keeps you in the poverty. See, to be grateful for a bill, think about how much you have benefit from the service or goods on the bill. If it's payment for the rent or mortgage, be grateful that you have home and you are living in it. So, अभी हम लोग वहां पे गए थे, डाउनटाउन गए थे, और बहुत सारे पार्क में मैंने अभी बीच में देखा था सब लोग टेंट में रह रहे हैं। जो भी गवर्नमेंट का जो भी हो उसको वो हम नहीं करेंगे, बट जस्ट थिंक अबाउट कि मेरे पास घर है, किसी के पास रेंट हाउस है, एटलीस्ट हम टेंट में तो नहीं रहना पड़ रहा है ना। तो उसके लिए भी हम लोग ग्रेटिट्यूड करना चाहिए। और जो भी मॉर्गेज आए, जो भी रेंट आए, उसके लिए हमारी एक अच्छी फीलिंग से हमें उसको देना है कि ओ आई हैव दिस वन, राइट, आई हैव माई हाउस, आई हैव रेंटिंग हाउस। If you are paying a bill for gas, electricity, think about the heating, cooling you have received, the hot shower, and every appliance you were able to use because of the service. If you are paying phone or internet bill, imagine how difficult your life. So, जो हम इलेक्ट्रिक बिल्स है, गैस बिल है, जो हमें फैसिलिटी मिल रही है, राइट। सो वो लोग पहले ही हमें दे देते हैं, बाद में हम पे करते हैं, और वो उसकी सर्विस की वजह से ही हमारे पास आज हीटिंग सर्विस है, गैस मैं यूज कर सकती हूँ, एसी यूज कर सकती हूँ। और फोन बिल, पहले हम, मुझे याद है मैं हम एसटीडी कॉल से फोन करते थे। मेरा और नीरज का एंगेजमेंट हुआ ना, तो मैं एसटीडी पे जाती थी, हमारे पास फोन नहीं था घर पे, तो वो बिल बढ़ता था, मैं जल्दी जल्दी नीरज से बात करती थी, यू नो। नाउ व्हाट्सअप, कितने घंटे बात करो इंडिया में। So that is the difference. This is the gratitude. Grateful that the complaint trusts you by providing their service before you have paid for them. कितना अच्छा है कि जैसे टेलीफोन बिल है, कोई भी बिल है, पहले हमें सर्विस मिलती है, वो लोग हमारे पे फेथ करते हैं और बाद में हम उसको पे करते हैं. Ever since I discovered the phenomenon of power of gratitude, I write the magic word thank you paid on every bill as I pay it, and I never miss a single one. जो राइटर हैं वो बहुत पॉवर्टी में जीते थे. उनको बहुत प्रॉब्लम थी, तो उन्होंने क्या किया, जितने भी पेड बिल थे उस पे क्या लिखते थे, थैंक यू पेड, थैंक यू पेड. और ऐसे नहीं कि लिख दिया, कोई साइन नहीं करे थे, पूरा ग्रेटिट्यूड भाव से थैंक यू पेड, थैंक यू पेड, जितने भी बिल उसने पे किया. टुडे यू आर गोइंग टू डू सेम. Take the currently unpaid bill you have and use the gratitude magical power by writing across them. Thank you for the money and feel gratitude for having the money to pay the bill, whether you have it or not. If you receive and pay most of your bills online, then when you receive online bill, forward it to yourself and email and write it in the subject line in capital bold letters, thank you for the money. Okay. जो पेड हो गया, जो उनको तो हम थैंक्स पेड बोले, पर जो बिल हमें अभी पे करने को बाकी है, जैसे कोई ये मैंने आज बोला था, जैसे मैंने ये बिल मैंने मेरा कार्ड से यूज तो कर दिया, राइट, पर इसका बिल तो हमें देना बाकी है ना, वो नीलेश देगा ना. तो तो उसके लिए क्या, हम लोग अनपेड है, राइट, तो उसके लिए हमें उस पर लिखेंगे थैंक यू फॉर द मनी. और बहुत सारे आजकल ग्रोसरी स्टोर में भी बोलते हैं कि आपको एक्चुअल चाहिए या ऑनलाइन चाहिए. और बहुत सारे हमारे जो बिल्स है वो ऑनलाइन आते हैं, तो उसको क्या करना है, हमें अपने आप को ईमेल करना है, और जो सब्जेक्ट लिखा है ना उसमें बोल्ड लेटर में हमें लिखना है थैंक यू फॉर द मनी. Next, find the bill you have paid the past and write across the front of each one of the magic word thank you paid. As you write on each paid bill, feel the as gratitude as you possible can that you had the money to pay the bill. इतना इतना प्यार से जो पेड हो गया ना, लिखो कि आज मेरे पास पैसे हैं तभी तो मैं ये बिल कर सकी ना, तो पूरा ग्रेटिट्यूड के साथ हमें थैंक यू पेड लिखना है. द मोर ग्रेटिट्यूड यू कैन हार्नेस फॉर द बिल यू पेड, द मोर मनी यू विल मैजिकली मैग्नेटाइज टू यू. जितना प्यार से, जितना ग्रेटिट्यूड से आप लिखोगे तो उतना मैजिकली मैग्नेटाइज मनी. फीलिंग ग्रेटिट्यूड फॉर द मनी you have paid out, guaranteeing you will receive more. Wow. The abundance you receive the back depends not on how much money you give, but on how much gratitude you give. You could have so much gratitude when you pay a bill for $50, then you could receive back 100 of the dollars. So अगर मैंने $50 दिया, तो जितना जितना हम ग्रेटिट्यूड से करेंगे उससे मतलब 100, 200 whatever आपके पास आ सकता है, doesn't matter. Okay. The magic practice number 9, the money magnet. तो कल की डे 9 की हमारी एक्सरसाइज है काउंट ब्लेसिंग. वो तो हमारा मैंने बताया ना, पालक पनीर में नमक, ये हमारा होना ही चाहिए एवरी डे 10 days. Count the blessing 10. Take any current unpaid bills you have, use gratitude magical power and write across the each one thank you for the money. Feel gratitude for having the money to pay the bill, whether you have it or not. हमारे पास अगर इतना सैलरी अभी नहीं आया है, इतने सारे बिल आ गया है, तो अभी भी हमें लिख देना है थैंक यू फॉर द मनी, जैसे ध्रुवी दिखा रही है.
Or you can write thank you paid.
Next one.
Yeah.
Take 10 bills you have paid in the past and write the across front of the each one of them magic words thank you paid.
Yeah.
अगर मैंने ये उसका पैसे दे दिया तो लिखना है thank you paid. Feel truly grateful that you had the money to pay the bills. इतना पूरा ग्रेटिट्यूड से लिखना है कि ओ मेरे पास इतने पैसे थे तो मैंने दे दिया है. So you magnetize more money. Before you go to sleep, take the magic rock and magic rock exercise. पूरे दिन में जो कुछ अच्छा हुआ है, कुछ नहीं अच्छा हुआ है, उसमें भी कुछ अच्छी चीज निकाल के हमें उसका रात को थैंक्स कहना है. और डे 9 की हमारी ये प्रैक्टिस रहेगी. तो आप पेड और अनपेड बिल पूरे ढूंढ के निकाल दीजिए और डे 9 को हम प्रैक्टिस करेंगे. और हमारी ये टीना आप बहुत अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन करती है व्हाट्सएप पे, तो मेक श्योर एवरीबडी लिसन हर मैसेज एंड कुछ भी आप बताओ कि हाँ मैंने सुना, राइट. सो हमें पता लगे. Or any problem, call me anytime. We are always open for you. Okay. Now, next, Dhruvi gonna tell you about day 10.
Okay, day 10. Magic dust, everyone. This is not the allergy dust. This is a magical dust that will get rid of all the allergies. Okay, that was just a small joke. Anyways, no duty is more urgent than that of returning thanks. Ancient spiritual teachings say that what we give to another person full of heart returns to us 100-fold. So be grateful and say thank you to another person for anything you receive from them is not only urgent, it's vital to improving your life. And if you think about it, from your birth to even present moment or even future, anything and everything is always given to you. You're just converting one energy into another energy. There's not much that we're the ones. Like everything is given to you. Food is given to you. Energy is given to you. Our bodies, we don't have to think, okay, now digest. Our bodies digest the food for us. So like it's all automatic. So many things are automatic. Like we are actually living a very nice, lavish lifestyle if you think about it. If you put on your gratitude glasses, your lenses, you will see everything is given and all we have to do is say thanks so more can be given. What can go wrong in that? Like this system is in your favor. You got to just put on the glasses and see it. Gratitude is a powerful energy. So whomever you direct your gratitude energy towards, that's where it goes. Remember, where the attention goes is where the energy flows. If you think of gratitude's energy looking like sparkling magic dust, then when you express gratitude to another person in return for something you received from them, you're literally sprinkling them with that magic dust. Just like, you know, when it's snowing and it just looks so pretty, it's like flurry. Think of gratitude like that. It's like when you're giving gratitude to another person, just like think of them being showered with this dust of white light or white magic dusty power. And the powerful positive energy in magic dust reaches and affects whomever you sprinkle it on. You can also think of it as like positive vibration. Think about all the people you encounter on a regular day. Someone gives you service, like those working in stores or restaurants, at the cash counter, you know, sometimes in the bus or cab drivers, customer service people, cleaning people, staff at your work, people who work in service are giving themselves to serve you, and you're receiving their service. If you don't say thank you to them in return, you're not being grateful and you're stopping the good from coming into your life. Think about the maintenance workers. Think about the people whose job is to clean the washrooms in the airport, the public bathroom, hospital, supermarket, office, buildings. You know, when we go to the doctor, we say, after our meeting with our doctor, we say, thank you, doctor, you know, you healed us with all this and everything. But do we end up saying thank you to the nurse there? Do we end up saying thank you to the receptionist there who told us, okay, you will meet the doctor in room number 3? We don't say that. They're the one who guided us where we will be finding the doctor. They're the one who put our file there so the doctor knows who are you, what exactly your symptoms are. But we don't say thank you to that person who guided us to the main place where the tipping point happens. So small things is where we need to make change. The big things, we already are doing it because of our social skills. It's where the small places, those are the blind spots. And that's what we're trying to do with this book, open up our blind spots. So you can't personally say thank you to all of them. Now, you don't want to be looking like someone who goes, if someone walks in, you know, thank you, oh, this, thank you, this, thank you, oh, thank you. You're gonna overwhelm yourself, and that's not the point. Take it with a grain of salt. Keep it easy, keep it simple, keep it fun. That's the point. So you're not gonna always say thank you. You're gonna feel the thank you. Okay, just think, okay, thank you. This person made food for me today, you know, like they really worked hard. Thank you for the energy, and you know, they made it available to me. Or find your way. Like, you don't always have to say it. You have to find the way when it's really practical to say it in person versus when it's just to think, okay, thank you, good things happen to them, this person helped me, you know. And that's when you're doing the magic dust. So you can't personally say thank you to all of them, but you can sprinkle them with magic dust, which is like positive vibes, by saying thank you next time you pass by them. So if you're in a store or supermarket checkout, sprinkle magic dust and say thank you to the person who serves you or packs your groceries. They don't have to pack your groceries. Sometimes you're not even buying the plastic bag for 5 cents. So they don't have to pack your groceries. You have to pack them yourself. But some people actually do help you pack it in your reusable bag. So if you don't want to say it in person, you can just say thank you in your mind. But it would be very nice in this situation where you ask them their name. Thank you, John, for packing my groceries. I really appreciate your help. That's it. That's your magic dust. If you're traveling by in the plane, you know, when you enter, the pilot greets you. Magic dust the pilot. Throw the dust. Thank you for my safe journey. And then after, when you're leaving, thank you. With a big smile. Thank you. I was alive. I made it to my destination safely. And I slept peacefully and I was in the air. So thank you, pilot. And maybe sometimes he left or he's busy with the other person. Just look into the cabin crew, sprinkle the dust. May this success of this flight continue. This dust is like an imaginary positivity vibe that you're sending out, okay? Remember that. So, point is, be grateful to the people who help you in your work, anywhere you go. Store assistant, waiters, waitress, they have chosen a job to serve you. So, public service, please be grateful to them. Be kind, for everyone whom you meet is fighting. Everyone you meet is fighting a battle. So be kind to everyone. If you thank someone on the phone for his or her help, don't throw away your thank you. Instead, give the reason why you're grateful. Remember that logic component when we write? So it's also very nice when you're saying thanks to someone, add in that why you're thankful for that. So thank you for your help. Thank you for going out of your way to help me. Thank you for giving so much of your time. Thank you for resolving the situation for me. I'm very grateful to you. You'll be amazed at the response from the other person when you do this one simple thing, because they will feel your sincerity. If you watched Munna Bhai MBBS, in that Munna Bhai, you should watch that movie. It's a Hindi movie. He goes around and gives this Jadoo Ki Chappi, which is like magical hug, and he hugs people. And this one man who was cleaning the floor, he was very upset that Munna Bhai was walking on the wet floor that he had just mopped. He goes and hugs him and just says, "Thank you for so much, like all the hard work in cleaning, making sure our space stays clean. Like you're doing such an important job." And that person just melted and his energy changed. And it was just a beautiful scene to watch. So when you say thank you to someone, you explain the reason, and that will spread more magic dust, more positive vibration around you. And when you do that, because we are social beings, that's also going to improve your own health, because social happiness is a good indicator of our own well-being and health. So it's a advantage for both sides. And remember, when you're saying thank you to someone in person, look at his or her face and look them in the eye and then say thank you. So that is a more powerful, bold move. And you don't have to use magic dust only for the people who serve you, but you can use it for all kind of situations. So if you want, like your computer's not working or something's going wrong, or you're about to start a new project, just sprinkle some magic dust, send out the positive vibe. Thank you, my task is accomplished, and that my computer is working, or whatever you want to done. So just wishing yourself kindness, wellness, and success for that task. So on day 10, the practice is sprinkle magic dust on 10 people who perform services you benefit from by thanking them directly or otherwise mentally, acknowledging and thanking them. Feel grateful to them for the service they perform. And remember the combo, the buns in the morning, the 10 gratitude counting blessings that you need to write, and then at night, the magic rock practice. But then also on day 10, you're going to read day 11's practice. All right, so that's it for magic dust. Any questions? We will open up the discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, Dhruvi. Excellent.
Thank you.